to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having the most beautiful day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. We've had some rain today, not a lot, but a little bit. I feel like we just need some cozy weather. A little summer rain would just, like quite a lot of summer rain right now would be fantastic. I'm back in a jumper and it feels like I'm back in my natural habitat. We are about to have the best few days together. I'm honestly really looking forward to this vlog because there are so many home updates, so much for us to do together home-wise, and on Friday, today is Tuesday, we are going to the game fair together as well, which is so exciting, going with Fairfax in favour, and is going to be the most gorgeous countryside day out. But for now, my bedroom is done. Basically, near enough, 98% done. And the fun part now begins, which is the styling, the designing, the organising, putting everything where I want it. And I've done a little bit, but I haven't done my bedside tables, and I really wanted to do those with you. Before we do that, I've taken delivery of a little table, which we need to put together, and then we can start styling, which is my favourite thing in the world to do. You're gonna have to ignore my breathing today. It's been so fine for so long. I've been thinking I've got to grips with it, and then today I'm struggling, which is really annoying. But anyway, let's go downstairs, make a coffee, and attempt to put this table together. Although, just quickly before I do leave this room, somewhat styled this, not totally, but a little bit. So we've got the candle I'm currently burning, which is from the one and only hotel in Dubai, a watch box, reed diffuser, which needs reed diffusing in, a candle, and of course my beautiful pony Ringo, a photo of his head. Behind here, I've got a new light, but my decorator put it together, and these are supposed to be the other way around, so they're yet to be done. This is just from Amazon, so I can leave this linked, and if I turn the lights on, look how pretty! Look how pretty. And then I've somewhat styled up here as well. But anyway, let's go and fix this table. But first things first, coffee. And this is my favourite iced coffee from Home at the Second. This is my little glass espresso shop thingy. And I have a little drizzle, that's quite a big drizzle, but a little drizzle usually of maple syrup with a little sea salt, like so, with a little cinnamon, like so. And I still haven't got myself the Sage coffee machine. I'm waiting for my little extension at the back to be done first. So I'm still using my Nespresso, and these are the pods that I use when I'm at home. They're my favourite. It's the Bianco Doppio, which is a double espresso. Then, glass of ice. Milk of choice. I'm a semi-skimmed gal, personally. Get that in there. A specific one I use because it lasts for ages in the fridge. And the bargain is you usually get 2 for £4, and they're big ones as well. Coffee on the top. And then we're going to make some cold foam. So, recommend using double cream, but I've just got some single cream open, so I'm just going to add a teeny bit to the bottom with the smallest drizzle of milk, like that. So I'm just using some sugar-free vanilla, which there's not very much in there. Zoomy whiskey thing. But you then just want to try and not messily do this, but get this on the top. And this is the very best iced coffee at home. Now let's get building. Step 1, very confusing. Okay. Ah, like that? Must be like that. Although that bends in. So, like that. Okay. Right, number 1. In. Done. Twist it round. Number 2. Much quicker. This is very close together though. I've got that nursery rhyme in my head of 1, 2, 3, mother caught a flea, put it in the tea pot and made a cup of tea. Flea jumped out, mother gave a shout, and in came father with his shirt hanging out. There's that girl on TikTok though who went really viral through lockdown, and she gave the actual meanings to all of the nursery rhymes, and they're all really rather sad or cynical or a bit horrific actually. They're not the nicest of like how nursery rhymes actually came around. Not very nice. Last of this little round. Oh great. Well, oh, have I done something wrong here? Now I did that one last without meaning for it to be last, so there we go, that's incentive genius from me. Unintentionally. Okie dokie. So, next up is this on top of here. I'm assuming that way. And then getting these up. Is that everything though? I don't know. But we're getting somewhere. Now I'd like to put my reed diffuser on here, but this is something that my cat can jump on, and if she can jump on something she will, and so anything that has any form of liquid in it is to be out of reach of said cat. And I do genuinely believe she's the most angelic cat of any cat. She's never got her claws out, she's always cuddly, she's always pretty chilled, but every now and then she gets a funny 5 minutes, and when she gets a funny 5 minutes, anything that's in her way, gone. So the likes of a reed diffuser, even a burning candle, she'll jump over and singe herself, so everything and anything like that has to be out of Gigi's way. Bedroom needs to be Gigi proof. I'm actually pretty impressed with this for about 30 quid. This is pretty banging table. I do always get concerned when I have loads of spare parts, and I do. Oh, they're for in here. Here we go. That makes sense. We got one going in. Excuse the way I'm sat, literally like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I need to work on my posture. I had a massage the other day, and I came out of it and the lady was like, you need to do more Pilates for your posture. I was like, okay. So that humbled me, and I actually have been doing Pilates every day ever since. There we go. I've got bite. We've got bite. Let's get this in. And then it is time for styling, and I'm very excited. Coffee and styling. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're in the room. We're ready to start the styling. How I really want this room to feel is pretty, but equally lived in. I love the Nancy Meyers Ralph Lauren aesthetic, where everything sort of has that sort of 1990s nostalgia. Homes were cozy, homes were lived in, tidy. It's kind of like tidy messy. Does that make sense? Like clean, not mess, and I don't mean mess. It's just more, there are things on the side. There are photos of your family, or there are photos of your pets, or, you know, there's life and there's warmth within the room. And so specifically with my bedside tables, I kind of want to have like a Ralph Lauren coffee table aesthetic, and for them both to be different. At the moment, everything is very regimental. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Symmetrical on each side, that is the word. And I kind of want it to be like have some colour and have some life in here. So the coffee table books I've been buying, I've also been buying some bits and pieces off of eBay, which haven't arrived yet, but will be throughout the course of this vlog. And I've also got some really lovely old family photos to go up on the hallway. They'll be going up, I think, tomorrow. I think my decorator's back tomorrow, so we can have a little look at those a little bit later before they do go up on the wall. But I've got the Martha Stewart's gardening handbook. Again, colour, it's cool, but equally when people do come and stay, if I've got friends over, it's nice to have a good book for them to be able to read. So that's one. I've also got some more that are arriving, I think either today or tomorrow, but this is what we've got thus far. The bucket list, again, just a really lovely coffee table book, but with great information inside of travel, and again for people that are coming over and staying, it's good bedside reading. We've got a new English style, an interior book. This is really, really beautiful. Really, really happy with that. Such a beautiful book, and I love the colours are stunning as well. And what else have we got? We've also, I need to unwrap this actually. I've then got a very big, very heavy Ralph Lauren book. Ralph Lauren books are just the best. I've got the other two, but they're downstairs, so I kind of can't
go for all of them, but the aesthetic, the photos, oh my god, they're just so beautiful. I mean, look at these, look at the styling, look at the imagery, just stunning. So that's definitely going to go, I think, my side. I've got the Soho House Eat, Drink, Nap, but it's got a few marks on it. So I brought this back from LA with me, which is the Tide To Go pens. And anyone that lives in America, these are amazing. I'm just going to see if it gets the marks out. And then this is also so gorgeous. It's the Italian Coastal by Anne McGuinness, Recipes and Stories from Where the Land Meets the Sea. So there's gorgeous, gorgeous recipes throughout, but equally it's giving that blue and white Nancy Myers coded aesthetic, which matches the blue and white which is going on with the vases up on the top shelf. So I've got that to have a play with. We've got a mixture of candles, Holland Cooper, Aqua di Parma. I've obviously got another Aqua di Parma candle and a reed diffuser up there. I'll probably swap this one out for that one though, so it's matching, I think. I've got two fragrances which I was going to place here as well, because sometimes it's quite nice to have a fragrance bedside. The Jo Malone ones are always so aesthetic. This is the Red Hibiscus. It smells amazing, but also just as like a thing. Because also what I'm thinking of is, if I've got collectibles on my bedside table, that means I can collect more stuff. Does that make sense? Like if I'm travelling, I can bring things back, like little things that I can pass down over the years that were mine, but equally, I don't know, like nice espresso cups or nice little side plate. I don't know, like things that that you wouldn't usually be able to find a place for in the home. If you've got, not clutter, you know what I mean, non-clutter clutter, you can add to it. And I don't know, it's a nice thing to bring mementos back for. Even with things like this, which is little match boxes that hotels usually give out by the dozen, I could build a little collection of these, and I don't know, things like that where I can bring some life in. I've seen on H&M. Downstairs I basically got this, and downstairs on my coffee table I've got a wooden chessboard set which I picked up from Notting Hill Market last year, and I saw on H&M Home this week that they've got like a little wooden kind of like, how would I call it, like game set, I guess, with a deck of cards in, dominoes and some dice in a really aesthetic wooden box. Again, something like that would be amazing. I've got an old jewellery box from when I was a little girl, which sings, by the way, hang on. I can go bedside as well, so I can take my rings off in the evening and keep them somewhere safe. I've got an equestrian style book. It's called The Horseman by James Patterson. I've also got some other equestrian coffee table books, but I think they're coming from America on Amazon, so they're due in the next couple of days, I think. I've got, this needs burning down, but I've got like a little hurricane and a candle. I'm probably going to start burning that down just tonight, so it's like under here would be great. Not fitting the aesthetic as it stands. A little Jo Malone candle in Honeysuckle and Divana. This smells divine. What else have we got in this collection? The reed diffusers. A little Aqua di Parma box. I might be able to find something cute for that, because it's also quite nice to have like a little storage box of stuff. Oh, and then I've got a sleep candle from the White Company as well, which is kind of burnt as it is. So that is the starting point. And as the days and the weeks and the life goes on, there will be more being added to it. But for right now, this is what we're working with. So let's get cracking. Iced coffee needs to iced coffee. I'm like really shaky and struggling to breathe today. I had like a bit of I definitely think it's anxiety. I've been so fine for a week and a half and life has been like this. And then I had like a little personal thing go on yesterday. Oh my God, I can really feel the difference today. I'm like this and can't breathe, so it's definitely anxiety. I need to learn how to actually manage that, because when there's no anxiety I can breathe fine and life is fine, and the second there's like a little wobble I'm a nervous wreck, so we need to get on top of that. But anyway, also that is my new table. It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be as well, and it's heavy and sturdy and really great material, so buzzing with that. I think I want it like that though. Do I want it like that? I don't know how I want it. I'm trying to remove the stains. I've made a bit of a mess of this now. But do we want it on everything on an angle, or do we want it straight? I think the angle looks better actually. it's quite a big thing to have done, but just one big transformation in my house has just made me feel so happy. Anyway, the kettle is very slowly boiling. What I would do for a hot water tap, I feel like this is not the house for a hot water tap, but I spend half of my life waiting for the kettle to boil, and I spend most of my life drinking tea. But quick things to quick fire. Number one, what do I touch on first? Let me show you this first. So as I've touched on quite a lot, I'm really trying to Ralph Lauren aestheticate my house. Whatever the sentence is that makes it make sense. And whenever you go into a Ralph Lauren store, I mean, the vibe's always vibe, the aesthetic always aesthetics, and you just come away with so much inspiration. And their staircases are always phenomenal. And I really want a Ralph Lauren inspired stairway. And I went to my granddad's yesterday, and because he no longer lives at his house full time, he basically said if I want some family photos or old photos that they've, you know, got of me, I'm more than welcome to them. So I helped myself to his walls and have come away with some really lovely bits and pieces. I'm waiting on some artwork and sort of prints and things from eBay as well to go up on the wall, and it's probably something that I will add to as life progresses as well. But for now, this is what I've got, because I also want to replace what was up here too with something either here or something similar, but because they were my grandma's, the frames are amazing. I've not got everything yet, as I said, but this is little old me. Back in the day, horse riding. This would have been in a Hoy's qualifier, Show Pony Lead Rein edition. I've got my little piggies in. My tie, which would more than likely have been choking me back in the day, and waiting to see if I won first prize. But beautiful photo, really, and obviously holds really dear memories, and is on a beautiful frame, which is really going to suit said aesthetic that we're going for. And what I really like about the Ralph Lauren aesthetic, Nancy Myers, etc, etc, is that it doesn't, nothing needs to be uniform, if that makes sense. So you can cross metals, you can have a little silver, you can have some silver frames, you can have some gold frames, black frames. I really want to get some mahogany wooden frames as well. I think that would go beautifully up the stairway, which you'll see tomorrow. I've also got another little picky of me, looking absolutely, in the words of Joey Essex, hair is looking ream. And then I've also got this one of me and my mum, which I'm hoping you can see that maybe a little better there. But I've got this as well. Love this frame, love that photo. It must have been taken on the same day. Am I wearing the same outfit? Yeah, I am. That must have been taken on the same day. So cute. So I've got that. Then the one that I showed you earlier in my room with Ringo's head on it, that had an old pony photo of me in, which I've swapped it out for. I've also got this as well, which I will probably use for the frame, which is quite an old frame and it's a little bit scratched and used, but this was my old pony Sotheby, and however much he was sort of my pony of a lifetime pre-Ringo, because he's sold in a different family, he's kind of less relevant to my life now. However much it's a lovely memory, he's not my horse anymore. Does that make sense? Is it weird? I don't know, is it weird to have a horse on your wall that is no longer yours? I don't know. But that's another frame anyway to go with, and at some point, hopefully over the next week or so, I can go back and get some more stuff off the walls to add to my wall, because obviously I showed you last week, I think that's everything there, the frames that I picked up from the charity shop, and also the frames that I got, these ones, from a horse show the other day. Now whether I keep those in there or swap them out for something different, I've ordered some more prints of me and my horses and my dogs, my life, on what website did I use? I can't remember, but like Free Prints or something like that. So I've got some of those coming, which is good, because I kind of don't know whether I want a picture wall of random prints and things, or a photo wall of memories and my life. Does that make sense? I don't know. Or whether to mix it up, I just don't know. But it's all coming anyway. At some point tomorrow, when my decorator is here, I need to figure out where I want everything. But I kind of feel like so long as I roughly know where I want things, he can just put screws in the wall and then I can change things around as and when and as and how I want them to go and be and whatever. So that's cool. And then the other thing, I've wanted to do this for such a long time and I have never done it and or never been inspired enough to do it, and that is to sort of be what the amazing Josie is and has become for the Cotswolds, but for the New Forest. Because I feel like there is no, I say face of the New Forest, but just somebody that really helps promote local businesses, the local area, increases tourism, and just, I don't know, really shows off the beauty of where I live, because I do live in the most beautiful of places. And so once a week, what I want to do is, on my Instagram, TikTok and on my YouTube, is go to a different part of the forest, show you around, give you my top tips, top tricks, give you my top sort of places and recommendations, also as well find some new things as I'm walking around. I'm trying to get my 10k steps back in a day, and that is obviously going to help my steppages as well. And yeah, I just feel like it would be such a lovely touch to my life, to my content. It's obviously really on brand, and it's just something that I think would make me very happy, but hopefully make you guys happy as well. And yeah, that's sort of what I'm wanting to do really. So I don't know whether, so I was going to start really local to me this afternoon. I'm not sure what time the farm shop shuts, and if the farm shop shuts now, it's not going to work because there's not that much going on here, but because it's late in the afternoon, because I've got a busy week there otherwise, I'm not really going to get the chance to do somewhere different this week. Oh, it closes at 5. Do you know what? We're going to do it. Okay, no, we can do that today. Perfect. Well, I'm going to get changed into something a bit cosier and more walk appropriate, and we're going to go and have a little look at somewhere called Ibsley in the New Forest. And as I say, there's really not very much going on there. As the weeks and the places go on, there'll be more exciting places with more going on and more sort of villages. It is a village. It's just it's very small, very cute, but is one of my favourite places. So we're going to go and have a little walk around, and I'm going to show you my favourite spots, and you can then look forward to most vlogs. I won't say every vlog just in case something else comes up or whatever, but in most vlogs you can then expect a little tour of somewhere new in the New Forest, which is really fun. Quick interlude, I forgot that I promised a friend a loaf of sourdough tomorrow, and if I don't start it now it's never going to happen, because I'm also going out for dinner this evening. So super quickly, let's get a sourdough loaf in the... So very quickly, let's get a loaf of sourdough in the works. A cup, and measurements that I use is 1 cup of starter. Look at this, with some bubbly starter. I feel like I need to be very careful that it doesn't fall everywhere, but this is what you call banging starter. So a cup of this. I always have 2 on the go, so I can leave a little bit in the bottom of here to refeed, as this was the original starter. I want to do it so you can kind of... I want you to kind of see what I'm doing. Such an awkward kitchen to be able to film anything in. Another one that I made earlier, also bubbling away. And this is one that I can use it all. It's a really messy process and game, this sourdough journey, is what I've discovered. It's not a clean sport. But anyway, that now goes there, and I will refeed that a little later. That doesn't need to be a now job. Get this in my bowl. Incoming. I've got a good mix. I've got one of these sourdough mixy things. Terminology, not my strongest suit. 4 cups of bread flour, I'm just using Sainsbury's Basics, and I'm going to be doing 8 of these because I've only got a half cup, as my full cup is now soggy. So 8 half cups. 1, 2, and 8. Roll the sleeves up, you don't want to get the cashmere covered in sourdough particularly. Being very brave wearing it anyway, I'm usually spill this everywhere. So slowly get this mixed in. What I will say is once you've got your starter and you've got a decent starter going, it's all pretty simple. It's just long and tedious and just takes its time, but it's also incredibly worth it because, you know, it's amazing. So I'm now going to get my hands in here because it's just going to be a lot quicker and I do want to leave before Christmas. I've got a little bowl of water, or jug of water here, just to help my hands in a second because, you know, it doesn't get any less messy. Get my hands in there. But this is the first one I'm doing for somebody else, so you know, and it's just a little bit more pressure.
No, you can't come in here. You can't come in here. No, I know you're very pretty, but you can't come in here. Everybody, I've just pulled up at Hockey's Farm Shop, which is my local farm shop and probably the loveliest farm shop in the area. As you can hear, all the animals, they literally have all the animals. There's ducks, there is a potbelly pig, there are goats over here which we're going to go and see. They've got donkeys, they've got horses, chickens, turkeys, literally everything you can imagine is here. Plus it's a gorgeous farm shop for the breakfast, and the breakfast here is the best ever. But look at the goats. Oh, I can't cope. And now to see my favourite animal, the donkeys. There's alpacas as well. But look at the inky pinky bonkies. Look at the teeth. Oh my god, you're so cute. Look at those teeth. They may be the cutest teeth I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, guinea pigs. I cannot cope. Oh my gosh, no, I cannot. Look at this. I used to have a guinea pig, oh my goodness. So not only do you have all the animals, but then you have the most gorgeous farm shop and cafe. And you can also buy plants. So there's outdoor seating all the way over there. And then this is the cafe. And then over here is the farm shop. A cup of tea to take away, please. Yes. Thank you so much.
It's a bit annoying.
Cup of tea. It's kind of sunny but also threatening to absolutely bucket it down, but we're now going to have a little drive around and I'm going to show you all of my favourite pubs in the area as well, and oh, there's also a cat. Oh my god, if you love animals, this is like so sunny I can't see, but this is the place to be. And look, oh, there's the New Forest donkeys. Hi. To get my steps in. I've just seen some horses on the right hand side
going down a really lovely track towards somewhere called Rockford Common, which is one of my favourite walks in the forest. So I thought we'd go and see them, get my steps in, and then it's time to head back and get ready for dinner. I'm meeting one of my gorgeous girlfriends and we're going to a pub. I feel like I've not had sort of proper pub grub in a really long time, so I'm actually quite looking forward to it. And you know what? This is actually my favourite sort of weather, where it's threatening to rain, but the sun peeps through every now and then. I just find it so, I always just think it's so atmospheric and just stunning. So the pony's just up ahead, and there's one thing about the New Forest ponies that are actually on the forest, and that is the smell of them is unbelievable, like in the best way. It's just got that real gorgeous horse scent. Oh, nothing better. It didn't rain on me. I survived the rain. It's one of those where we really need rain, and I know I talk about the weather in every vlog. We need rain, and we need rain by the mass. I've been watching everybody's stories that doesn't live in the area, and they have had so much rain. We haven't. We've had the odd drizzle, the odd shower, but nowhere near enough rain. And this is as I now go out for dinner and the heavens open, isn't it? But anyway, I do need to get ready for dinner. I mean, I'm not really going to do very much. I want to apply a little bit more lipstick and potentially change my jumper, because I don't want to get too hot. And then I've only got a cami on underneath, so then I don't want to get too cold. And I'm feeling bangers and mash, like I'm feeling proper pub grub and something a little bit cosy. So yeah, but anyway, just quickly. So whilst at my granddad's yesterday, I found one of my old Briar horses, and this looks kind of just like Ringo, so it's now a centrepiece up the top. Actually, there you go, you can kind of see it's really giving Ringo vibes. And arrival at the pub. Tonight's pub of choice is the New Queen. And where this actually is, I don't know. But I am starving. Thank you.
Enjoy the
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I forgot my tool box, so I just thought I'd come pick it up.
Oh yeah, it's right over here. Rona couldn't lift it or we would have brought it to you. Not that I like to brag, but this might be peak adulthood, peak happiness. It's Tuesday evening and I've gone out for girls' dinner. I've had a glass of rosé, I had bangers and mash, which was so delicious. I'm as full as I've ever been. It's 8:30 and I'm home, okay? I haven't done my skincare yet because I have to stretch and fold for the next 4 hours. If I do my skincare, I may allow myself to sleep, and I do want to be stretching and folding the sourdough, so do need to be up for the next 4 hours. But I have a humongous cup of tea, English breakfast tea. Of course, we don't mind the caffeine at this time of night, especially when we're continuously still stretching and folding. And Gilmore Girls restarted for the millionth time. Episode 21, season 1, meaning that we're going to get to the good stuff by the autumn. I'm Team Logan, and that is the only team in my opinion. So by the autumn, should be back on to Team Logan time. And came home to some more Amazon deliveries. One being this coffee table book, which is called Stables, and I feel like the light right now isn't going to do it justice, but this is a beautiful book and is going to go on my side somewhere. I need to sort that tomorrow. And what I'm trying to do is find some adult hobbies which are therapeutic, easy to do, don't cost a fortune, because I feel like when we were children and when we were younger, the simplest of things would make us so happy. Like, I would sit and play with my Barbies. I mean, I was playing with my Barbies until I was probably about 12 or 13, and if it wasn't my Barbies, it was my Briar horses, and I was just cantering them round, round and round and round every single evening. But, you know, the simplest of things made us so happy, and we were, you know, we didn't have screen time, barely screen time. If we did, it was a Nokia, and then it sort of moved to Blackberries and BBM, of which the screen was like this big. It wasn't really screen time. And I know I've got the TV on in the background, which is screen time, but I just want something to do, and I don't want to, like, you know, Game Boy or whatever they are at the moment, the Nintendo Switch, Game Boy, I'm so old, where I'm again like looking at a screen. So I've got some colouring books, but also I saw a girl on TikTok the other day doing needlepoint, and I will leave these linked. Obviously have not attempted this yet, and I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't sew a button if you asked me to, but you need to see this, because this is needlepoint And this one looks like my horse Ringo. I feel like he was actually the blueprint for this. That is Ringo. That is my horse. Very excited. It was about £7, I think, off of Amazon. And I mean, I saw some really beautiful ones that this girlie was doing on TikTok the other day, but they were like £70 each for one of those. I got another one in case I end up liking it. And that one's a sheep. So I'm going to sit and attempt to needlepoint, and I'm very excited. But I will see you guys in the morning when we're ready to bake the sourdough. I've just woken up, the kettle is boiling, the oven is warming, and the best thing about this morning is it's cold. And I've had to put a cardigan on and I love it so much. It is time. A very hot oven. Okay, the reveal. Wow. She's huge today. Look at this. And in she goes. Little hat to go on. And then 20 minutes with the lid on. 25-ish, 20 to 25 without the lid on. And you got yourself a loaf of bread. So heavy. Also, Susie sourdough is now ready for the fridge. Look at her. That's what you call a good looking starter. Right, second cup of tea, very needed. Oh, I feel like I'm going backwards this morning. It's one of those days. Selfishly, because it's not going to be me eating this bread, I do just feel a little bit like less connected, you know? It's not my baby. She's perfect. Oh my god, she is. Oh my god, I mean, I do think I'm a legend. I feel like I'll never be humbled ever again. Look at this. Everybody, it is a fresh day. It is the day before the game fair. Iced coffee in hand. First sip, best sip. And later this afternoon / early evening, I am going to go and see Ringo. And I say we are going to go and see Ringo and have a lovely horsey afternoon. But I've just taken delivery of a new watch. And you guys may remember a couple of weeks ago I bought 2 Burberry watches, but only one arrived, and I'm still waiting on the second one, which is a tan leather watch with gold hardware. One, because I love that combo anyway, but also my Whoop watch is also now that. I then saw this online, and it's from a brand called Accurist. It's a British brand, and this was under £150, not on sale, and it's beautiful. I love how the packaging opens up. One of my favourite watches is this version of watch, but Cartier, and I'm just not going to be spending that sort of money on a watch. I love a good watch, I can appreciate a good watch. I'm not spending a house deposit on a watch, especially when there are people in this world that love to take things that are expensive of other people's, whether worked hard for or gifted, whichever, whatever. Spending that amount of money on something that could be gone tomorrow is just not how I wish to spend my money, but I still love the watch and I still want that watch more than anything else in the world. So this is a sort of alternative, I guess. It's beautiful. I think the only thing I would say is I would maybe prefer a slightly darker tan, but let's try it on. The Burberry one is darker, but it's not in this sort of like crocodile leather effect, if that makes sense. I am just thinking it might be slightly orange. It is gorgeous. You can see there how orange it actually is, which is really annoying because I wanted to like it, but I may fall in love with the Burberry one when it arrives. But what I will say is it's a lovely brand. The packaging is really gorgeous, and I probably wouldn't have even have noticed that it was that orange until paired against this tan leather. But they do loads of watches. It's not an ad, by the way. They have a big variety, and they have the alternative with just sort of like the gold metal hardware and silver metal hardware and mixed metal hardware watch of that as well. Because I have this Burberry one now, which I still need to get links taken out of. I need to go and do that, but the last few weeks have been so busy. Because I have this, which I love, and I do just think this style of watch suits me much better. I may end up loving the other Burberry one when it arrives, and it's been nearly a month, which is very bad. But also,
I might find an alternative on Amazon, and maybe I get looking for next week's vlog. But this is a return. Oh, I promise I've moved. Absolutely no idea what is in here. It's time to go and see our favourite horse in the world, Ringo. I do have a parcel that has arrived. I've been buying things off of eBay, but just so I'm not spending my whole ride thinking, what have I ordered? What have I got? Oh, there's 4 things. The only thing that I ordered, but that was yesterday, was a job lot of frames, but that was last night. I mean, surely that's not arrived already. What have we got? No. I forgot I ordered this. I'm not going to have any wall space left. Did I show you guys the wall yesterday? I don't think I've shown you the wall, have I? That's really awful of me. I've got the wall. It's not quite finished. I need to show you the wall. I need to ride before it absolutely honks it down. So maybe I'll show you the wall tonight, but equally so I need to remember to show you the wall tonight because it's not finished in any way, shape or form. And a lot of the frames, the photos are coming out and other photos are going in. But the sort of dynamic of the wall is done. But these, I've not even looked at them myself yet. But these are some really gorgeous oil painting prints from George Stubbs. And fun fact is, Mum and I had some Clanarth ponies back in the day. Clanarth Sotheby, who's actually on the wall going up the stairs, who was my Section B pony of a lifetime aside from Ringo. He took me to Horse of the Year show, to the Royal International. We won everything BD dressage up until about elementary level, and sadly at the age of 12 I grew out of him. I grew very long legs and he was only 12'2", I think he was. But then because we fell in love with Sotheby, Mum back in the day when she used to ride bought Clanarth Stubbs. Having owned a horse called Stubbs, then having some paintings by George Stubbs is quite cool. But obviously these are not original paintings, they are the prints. But print 1, I don't think these are that expensive either for the 3. Oh, that's beautiful. So the first one is called Gimcrack. This is Matilda. And the last is Eleanor, which is painted by Edwin Cooper. That is beautiful. How stunning. So really, really happy with them. I would go and show you the wall. I can't believe I've not shown you the wall. But I do need to go and ride. I've been putting it off for a really long time. So we're going to go and see my horse, and then I will show you. And then I will show you the wall when we're home. But I've got my matcha to take away with me. It's good. It is good shiz, that. It is good shiz. And let's go ride.
Everyone, say hello today. Hi guys. Bestest friend in the whole world.
You're going to be a good boy or a bad boy? We're going to ride in the indoor today because it's kind of, is it going to rain, is it not going to rain? I don't know. But also he's better behaved in the indoor and he's not been ridden in a good few weeks, so we might be trouble. We don't look like trouble, but it can change very quickly.
Bye baby, love you. Have a good day. I see you soon though. I love you a lot. Your little droopy lip. I do. I love you long time, forever. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Oh, I'm exhausted now. Home for dinner, cup of tea, a nice bath, and the electric. I'm pretty sure there's another episode this evening of... God, that's strong. I'm so weak. The Summer I Turn Pretty, I think. Let's go and ride my horse together and have a lovely evening at the stables. And outfit of the day is a Ralph Lauren vintage jumper and my black heart hybrids. Needed some caffeine for energy, so got my matcha ready in my little Nespresso takeaway cup. And yes, this cup is now part of my personality. Threw my jumper on, headed down the stairs, grabbed my car keys, and it was time to head to the yard. Cup doesn't quite fit in the cup holders, but near enough. Aircon all the way up, and I'm back in my Lana Del Rey era. Me, way back when, in year 9, that was my school bus album. But first point of call when arriving at the yard is to go and catch my gorgeous pony, and here he is. If you don't know him, this is Ringo. And Ringo is a Welsh Section C cob and is a stallion. And you wouldn't always know he's a stallion, but when you know, you know. And if you know,
you know. But aside from his occasional diva side, he is the cuddliest, cutest little boy in the world. But also the scruffiest. So it's time to sort that out. And my tack, which was also filthy, so I gave that a good clean. And then tended to my horse. This is my grooming kit, which is from Lemire, and it is my favourite as well as the brushes. And this collection of brushes, literally the best ever for shine. I mean, look at him within a couple of minutes of quick brushing. He was shiny and ready to go. I brushed his mane through and filled it with loads of oil and product. And because he is a little bit of a messy boy, I do tend to plait his mane over to keep it tidy. Otherwise, it's every which way it can go. But once all of his dirt had transferred to yours truly, it was time to tack up. Looking at my saddle pad as well, that could also do with a good wash. But tacked up, ready to go and ready to start schooling. And today we chose the indoor arena. Honestly, I know I'm so lucky to be able to have the choice of indoor or outdoor, weather dependent and mood dependent. We actually had such a good schooling session. So if you're new around here, Ringo had colic at the beginning of the year. And he is the most pampered pony princess as it is. But after being poorly, oh my gosh, he has been wrapped in cotton wool. I've had the fear ever since. So we've basically just hacked and had fun really ever since. But I think 8 months later, he's ready to have a bit more of a contact and get back into school. Although he felt like riding a brick wall at the beginning, he was much softer and bendier by the end, and then he was ready to go back into his field. So lucky that in the summer he can stay out at night and really enjoy his field time. He also suffers with sweet itch, so being out at night as well really avoids the flies. And I hope you enjoyed this little vlog.
Good morning everybody, it is game fair day and I have slept in my pens all night long. I'm either going to look like the craziest person that's ever walked this planet, or it's going to look fantastic and bouncy and gorgeous. I'm taking them out now just in case it is crazy town, and I can sort it out, all the while I've got minutes. Definitely going to want to brush through them. And then this morning they wouldn't have needed a brush through, but because I've slept in them, they more than likely will. For volume I use, I'll leave it linked, it's my favourite at the moment. And also for getting curls to last, it's like such a great product because it's not like using a mousse where your hair gets sticky or it feels disgusting. I found it on Amazon, it's the Aveda Volumizing Tonic. So good, so good. Right, okay, this side. Kind of nervous. Not had coffee yet, so I'm a little bit shaky. And seeming as it's early, I'm kind of on it this morning. My sheets are washed and are currently drying as we speak. We've got volume. My iced coffee is ready. It's in its little takeaway cup by the door with a penguin biscuit all ready to go. Other than a hair sort out and +1 arrival for the day, I'm kind of good to go. Oh, and a lip gloss, and then we're good to go. It's not so bad, guys, it's not that bad. I think we're okay. I'm also going to try and take as much content as I can today, but there is quite a heavy itinerary. I'm going with Fairfax in Favour, and we're doing quite a lot, but I will vlog as much of the day as I possibly can, and do as much as I possibly can aside from everything I'm doing with Fairfax. They've sent me the most gorgeous outfit for the day, which is the Olivia wax jacket, the belt that I'm currently wearing. This is my bag of choice for the day, which is stunning, and it's filled with lots of bits and pieces that I'm going to need throughout the day. But they've also sent me the Explorers. Now it is set to be a hot day today and they are new boots. So I am taking the executive decision as somebody that suffers so badly with getting blisters because as a skincare girly, I moisturise my feet and then have very soft feet, which I then come to regret when I wear new shoes, or any shoes really. It's not very often that I leave the house without getting blisters, but because it's going to be hot and the Explorers are quite sort of like wet day / winter boots, I'm actually going to wear trainers today. I've got some, is it Veja? Veja? I've got some hairspray for it. This is the hairspray that I use. It's the Moroccan Oil Luminous Hairspray Finish Strong. Put it behind me to do it, I think. I'm not really a hairspray kind of gal, but I could have taken this out there. It's actually really not that bad. And then setting spray for the face. This is the One Size Until Dawn. It's mattifying. It's waterproof, so it should stick on all day long. Deodorant for the day, best ever, Salt and Stone, and then my fragrance. I'm actually going to go for Jo Malone today, a little red hibiscus. With some jewellery on actually. Let's pop some rings on. I need to be quick. Earrings. But I'm actually shaking and I don't know why. I feel like my body is saying, give me coffee now. They're from Ice Cream London. Sunglasses, I need sunglasses. And then also in my little bag of dreams for the day, I've got mini hairbrush, my little ostrich leather Acqua di Parma perfume with a scent in here, which is the Colonia Il Profumo. It's nice, it's really, really nice. I'm just not very good at pronunciating. A little Kosas powder.
a little Fenty lip gloss and the lifter liners from Maybelline, which are like the best. And then actually I need lip gloss on now, don't I? Which one to wear today? Let's go for this, a little Lancome Juicy Tube. Okay, I think we're ready to go.
Hunting now, we hunt a pattern. No good dog going out there on the other side of the arena. If he flashes something, doesn't give the opportunity enough for us to shot. So we want the dog in a little bubble. So we want the dog to quarter in front of us. So we're going to start him off. See, come. Good boy. One pip on the whistle, turning him. Stop him on his bum. We're using one pip on the whistle to stop him now. And we start steadying him. Sit. Start throwing objects around him, yeah? He's still mad keen on retrieving, but we put it steadying him. See where he went to move there? Tone of voice again, yeah? Told him off again, tone of voice. Sit. Good boy. Good lad. Sit. Especially with cockers, I'm praising him. Good boy. Sit. So he realises he's getting praised for sitting, yeah? Because what cockers do, as soon as you go, oh, good boy, they get up on their bums and do their own thing. So, sit. Oh, he loves tennis balls. Right, so we're going to pick these up, but we are going to give him a retrieve. Sit. But we're going to walk him away from the retrieve. So we'll pick these up ourselves. Tone the voice again as soon as he moves his bum. Sit. Walk him away, good boy. So his job is to go into cover. So we're going to drop a couple of dummies in this cover. We'll let him see it. Ninja, ninja, ninja. Sit, sit. Got one there. Tennis ball. Now we're going to walk him away. As soon as we walk the dog away, it turns into a memory retreat. This is the first part of handling now. So we walk him away. He knows it's there. Turn him round, we're going to point him, we're going to tell him to go back, get out. Should go for the first one easy enough. Second one, he's got to trust me enough.
Oh. Gorgeous.
That was maybe the hottest day I have ever endured at an event. I feel exhausted. I mean, I have driven for nearly 8 hours today, but the heat today has knocked it out. The game fair was so fun. It is always such a lovely day. I feel like I have totally failed on content because it was just, there was a lot going on. I had a little itinerary with Fairfax and Favour for the day, and due to traffic we were late as well, so we had to cram things in quite quickly, and then it was just hot. It was just hot, and a lot of the time was spent under shade, not really looking at the performances and everything that was going on due to the heat and needing to stay cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited for a shower. Jumping into bed. I've got fresh sheets, I put them on this morning, so I need to put those on the bed. But before I do, I have 2 bags which are very heavy, full of my dusk order, which includes new bedding and other bits and pieces. So let me show you what I've been ordering. This is very fun. I can then spend my weekend washing all of my new bedding as well, putting it away, and then, because at the moment basically what I'm trying to say, I'm so tired, you know, when you're so tired I don't even know what I'm saying, but I've got one really lovely, very special duvet cover set, and it's 1000 thread count Egyptian cotton, whatever it is, and I actually bought that from Dusk in the January sales last year, I think. So in the summer, fine, because everything dries so quickly. In the winter, I have to wash my sheets at like 6 AM to make sure that they're dry by the evening, which is annoying, and so I could just do with some more duvet sets. So whether I'm going to like everything, I don't know, but I've kind of gone for different as well, because the room is a little bit more cheerful to what it once was with just plain white. I've got a little striped number in sort of a dusky pink, which I think actually will go really nicely with the room, especially for sort of spring, summer time. So there's that. I've then got, oh yeah, because I bought quite a few sheets as well. So I think somewhere in here I've got a more sort of champagne-y, so I've got more of a neutral bedding set in there somewhere as well. So I bought 2 neutral coloured deep fitting sheets. My bed is a king size, so I've got those. And then in here there's a new throw which will go perfectly over the edge of the bed, again just to add a little bit of texture. Then this, which obviously is a really gorgeous neutral gingham print, which will actually go perfectly with the sheets that I've just shown you. Then second parcel, what have we got in here? A plain white ruffle edge duvet set, because I do still really love my plain white. I feel like it's very classic and you can't go wrong, but sometimes it is just nice to switch things up a little bit. Everything was on sale as well, so I can't turn down a sale. So then when I've got my neutral duvet set, because they usually only come with 2 pillowcases and I usually have 4, and I've got 4 pillows, I also got some neutral coloured pillowcases. Got 2 new white fitted sheets, purely because I just love to have a sheet that I can just grab and put on. That's just my thing. And lastly, for the doggies, actually unintentionally matches one of the duvet sets as well. So impressed with the Dusk sale, and also it said it was going to arrive within 10 days and it's arrived within 2, maybe it was 3, I think in 2 days. And you can't complain about that. A neutral coloured kitchen. We got a neutral coloured gingham pet bed. And it's super comfy. I might need some scissors to get into this, so I may love you and leave you and sort this out off camera. I'm too tired really to deal with all of this. But anyway, I hope you loved this video so much, and I hope you're having the best day, and I will see you next Sunday. There's lots going on next week. There's the Goodwood races, which I'm going to with the girls. It's the Magnolia Cup day, which is very exciting. And then I've got 2 days in Cheltenham at number 131. So there's lots going on next week as well, and I will see you then. Bye!